Good morning, this is day 7 of our trip around Anza-Borrego Desert State Park, Southern California. We're at Blair Valley Campground. This is Blair Lake, what's left of it. Today we're going to hike up here to Marshal South Homestead, to the Morteros, and out to the little pictographs in the caves. So I hope you can join me on that little hike. Thanks. It's 8 o'clock in the morning now. We're starting our hike up to Marshal South Trailhead. Lots of creosote bushes here. You'll find on the road, Laria tridentata, all out here in the Blair Lake too. This little guy on the roadside, this is a filary or a storksbill. He's got these little storksbills for seed pods. He's an Erodium secutarium. He's real common out here. Got these pretty little purple flowers there opening up in the morning. 5 little purple petals all throughout here. Creosotes as far as you can see. We're going to head up here to the trailhead. So farther up the trail of Blair Valley Campground, we get all this beautiful, beautiful desert shrub, but nobody's out here. A couple lone campers, so if you're brave, you come on this little dirt road and it's super private. Here we have another cat claw. This guy's Senegalia gregii. He used to be called Acacia gregii. He's got these little cat claws. Look at that little thorn there. Looks like a cat claw. This guy here's Mojave yucca. Yucca shedizera. And he grows he grows up here, Mojave yucca. He's got a rosette of these spear-like blades or leaves coming out. Look at that. Here's a creosote. Down here's a little barrel cactus, right? And this is our desert, or it's our Mormon tea. So he's got little segments on him. See that? Little segment. Mormon tea. And hidden inside is our little cleft leaf phacelia. Little phacelia guy. Barrage. Look at this little hedgehog. Cacti right next to a beaver tail. Unbelievable. Hit a fork in the road. There's camping over here. Little signpost. Marshal South Home Site. Morteros and the Pictographs. This way. About a mile to the trailhead. And I think another 6 miles to the whole round loop out to the pictographs and back. Our little yellow flowering guy here, all on the trail. This is a checker fiddleneck, Amsickia tessulata. Little yellow flowers there, really hairy. He's a barrage because he's got that little fiddleneck-like shape on top. Looks like a little caterpillar or a scorpion's tail. Here we have a little pinnacate beetle. Check him out. Some people call him a stink bug. He's not really a bug, he's a beetle. Check him out. So I kind of disturbed him. He's got his rear end up in the air there. And he's ready to squirt some stinkiness at me. Pinnacate beetle. Right out here. See? But, so if you try to, he knows where I am. He wants to stink me. But he does that for a little defense mechanism. So the little birds, they try to eat him. He'll stink him. There he goes. Look at that. Wow, little pinnacate. This guy's really cool. He's really common out here. Anyway, check this out. We have a juniper. Juniperus californica. Wow. This guy's a nice looking juniper bush. He's a little bit smaller than a lot of our others, but this whole hillside is covered with desert agave. All that light green agave. This guy right here. Wow, beautiful. He's got all these old flower stalks coming up this whole hillside. Just look at that. Wow. Hey, look at this. We got a little cheese bush here too. This is a Ambrosia salsola. Little cheesy. And you pull him off and he smells like cheese. Little Mojave yuccas here, all bunched together. Here we have a desert agave with this beautiful new stalk. Grows about an inch a day, all the way up to these beautiful flowers. Check that out. Wow. The bees just love these flowers here on our desert agaves. Inside our little cholla here, we have a nest, and that guy probably belongs to a cactus wren. We got lots of chollas out here. Look at this. They're all from the same genus Cylindropuntia. We find the wolf's cholla, a gander's cholla, and our silver cholla. So here we have a beautiful silver cholla way over here. I'll show you. See how silvery he is? Look at that. More so, these guys are a little more bland. This guy's real silvery. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, how beautiful he is. Kind of shiny. He's called a silver cholla. Sometimes a golden cholla. This guy here is a Mojave yucca. Yucca shedizera. So he grows from a trunk down here, and he has this beautiful rosette of super long, really spiny ends here, called a Spanish dagger. Mojave yucca. And you peel off these little fibers here, right? You can make a rope or sandals or something like that, whatever you want. We got some more over here. See that? Mojave yucca. Here's a closer look at our creosote, Lariat tridentata. It's got these little seed pappus guys that blow away in the wind. But in here, look at that. Called a creosote gall. See that? He's caused by a little critter called a creosote midge. He burrows in there, and then this plant creates a little blister or a callus around it. That's called a creosote gall to help protect our plant here. This guy will typically fall off eventually. There we go. Here we have another barrage. Take a look at this. Little caterpillar shape there. This is Phacelia. It's a cleft leaf Phacelia. Phacelia crenulata. It's beautiful little violet purple flowers on top. He's got this super traditional standard barrage scorpion tail or caterpillar loop on the end there, like our fiddle neck. Wow, just check out this huge, beautiful forest, our desert flora. This guy here, he's a desert agave, Agave desertii. You can tell he's a low-lying rosette to the ground. He's got these big, thick leaves here. These spines coming up. See those spines? He's got this little line that comes up here right down the middle of the leaf. He sends up these big, long flower stalks right up here like that. They get really high. Then he's only lives once, so then he's going to die. He's already dying. And he'll fall down like that. But all these other guys here will come up as either pups or from the seeds. Look at that. Little white flowers growing down here. It's called a chrysantha. See that? It's called a popcorn flower. These little white popcorn-like flowers on this guy. And he bends over like our barrages. See that right there? Saltbush here. Look at this whole sea. All these flower stalks from that desert agave. See how this Mojave yucca separates out? Kind of like our Joshua tree. Both from the genus Yucca. Yucca brevifolia is the Joshua tree. This is Yucca shedizera. Wow, here's a huge batch of our Phacelia, cleft leaf Phacelias here. See that? Wow, Phacelia crenulata. just big batch here. Over here too. Look at that. This bony looking guy, it's called a cat claw. Senegalia greggii. Used to be called Acacia greggii. It's called a cat claw or cat's claw. Look at his little thorns there. They look like cat's claws. So he's not blooming yet, but over here we have some desert mistletoe, Phorandendron californicum. He's a parasite. He likes to grow on our cat claw. He's got these little berries here, little phainopeplas. They eat the berries. And the berries have super squishy juice in there that's real sticky. And then the phainopepla will poop out the berries, stick on another plant, spread our little parasite around. Right? Here we have some beaver tail cactus, Opuntia basilaris, real low to the ground. It's got that beaver tail shape. He's starting to flower here. Look at that. Over here we have a juniper, little scraggly here, California juniper. Here, but I'll show you a way better one up the trail. Here's a great looking California juniper. Here we got one up here, all over the place. These little juniper berries, right? Juniperus californica. It's got little cypress-like little tiny leaves here. Super tiny. Help with evaporation, transpiration. Look how mangoey and woody he is. These California junipers are fantastic, but I got a way better plant over here. This one here is called a desert apricot. Take a look at this guy here. Desert apricot. Prunus fremontii. Wow. Look at that. So he's related to our hollyleaf cherry, which is Prunus ilicifolia. But you see his leaves here? They're not holly-like. They're almost holly-like. It's beautiful blooms here. Look at that. Look at that flower. Look at this flower. Look at all the sun. Wow, it's our desert apricot. There's no fruits on this guy yet. Wow, check out all these beautiful, glowing Cylindropuntia choyas here. This guy here. This guy glowing in the sun. Wow, we got a really good one up here. Look at that. It's a silver choya or golden choya. It's beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful needles on this guy. Super silvery. Just this beautiful, beautiful stems. And a little stubbier on top up here than our Gander's choya. Lots more California junipers. Beautiful. Look at this guy. You got one here too. I just love them so they're so just mangly down there. Right? Look at that. It's all mangly down here on the trunk and they spread out. And they're so rich and hardy. Get some more little desert mistletoe here. Phorandendron californicum. These guys have any berries on them. Here we go. Got berries over here. So now you come to a little fork in the road right here. If you go right, that's the Marshal South Home Site to the right. Heads up the trail. Then you got to come back here. And this way is to the Morteros and the Pictographs. And you head out and you come back. Or you can go all the way around out to Little Blair Valley. So right now we're going to head up the trail this way.